Okay, this is a little pre-birthday blooming orchid update. I'm in my plant room. It's just me and Pinto. He was asleep in my tray right here that holds my Paul Eugene Conroy. But then, of course, the minute I started filming, ow! Did you just bite me? Don't bite me. See, he got out so he could bite me. So we'll see how this goes. Hopefully it will be full of blooms and not, Pinto, don't bite my nose. Don't bite my nose. Hopefully it'll be full of flowers in this update and not me saying ow, because apparently Pinto is gonna bite me now that I'm shooting video. So one of the things that I'm gonna do today is I'm going to look for my, ow, Pinto. So see, now he's eating the Cymbidium back bulbs and biting me. Pinto, don't do it. Don't do it. See, I'm filming you. You don't want to be caught on film biting me. All right. I was gonna, so I had two single bulb Fred Clarkara After Dark back bulbs. And I sold one of them, and I'm pretty sure I didn't sell the other one. And the last time I looked, which was about 2 weeks ago, it had popped one of its nodes. And I was like, oh, I should make a video showing that it popped a node. And now I can't find it. So I don't know what happened to that back bulb. And hope maybe today during this update I'll find it. I don't know. I don't know what could have happened to it. I hadn't potted it up, but I wanted to use the empty pot that it was sitting in. And so I took it out of that pot and I laid it on the floor, and I haven't been able to find it since. So I don't know what happened to it. So one of the things that I have blooming in my orchid room right now is this Iguanagar apple blossom. Now this is an unnamed clone from the Chicago Botanic Gardens, and it has the tag they bought it originally from Calipana Tropicals. I'm not sure what clone it is. It looks a lot like the Carmela clone. And then next to it is Cattleya aurantiaca that I got from Oak Hill Gardens, which of course is defunct now. And we're only seeing the back. Here we go, turned it around so we can see that aurantiaca, and it just has the spots on the lip, and then not a lot, and then the rest of it is a very vibrant orange. This right here is my Cattleya aurantiaca rupee spangles that I got from Santa Barbara Orchid Estate, and these dead flowers right here are the ones that I sprayed with the 1 tablespoon of Dr. Bonner's soap. So quite clearly Cattleya flowers do not like being sprayed with 1 tablespoon of insecticidal soap. Finally, underneath this shelf, I think this is the last aurantiaca that I have in bloom. This is one that I got in a trade from Sue. Oh, must be 8 years now. And it blooms very reliably every year. It has no spots anywhere. It's a basic orange aurantiaca. So this right here is my SLC World Vacation 5th Avenue. And I'm a little concerned about the flowers. I don't know if it's damage. I have a scale infestation that's been on buds and stuff, or if this has got color break going on. So I've separated it for now, and I have to decide if I'm gonna toss it. This right here is my SLC Twinkle Twinkle, which seems to bloom several times a year on every new growth, and it's always growing, as you can tell by these luxurious roots right here. And it's blooming again. I got this from Gold Country Orchids. Here's my Dendrobium Aggregatum coming into bloom. So I got this one, I bought it from Julie, who's a member of the Illinois Orchid Society. And I've had it maybe 4 years now, and each year it puts out more spikes. And it's got 2 that have opened, and then it's got 1, 2, 3 that are still coming along. And this is the division of her plant. Next to it is my, what was it, Ascocentrum, what I thought was Miniatum, but we've decided is actually Garryi. It has 2 spikes this year. One's open, one's still coming. So this right here is my Collagenea confusa. That's got lots and lots of blooms right now. It usually blooms throughout the summer with just a couple flowers. The flowers don't last that long, and they tend to be 1 per stem, and they fade very fast, as you can see. But here's a stem, and it has 1, well, it has 2 on this one. And so it's been blooming for a week or 2 now, on and off. And then above my confusa is my Ascocentrum Emplacia, and it had 2 spikes in bloom, and then I had 2 more spikes come in, and this is one of the ones that I thought might have had aphids. So I don't know if I got all the aphids on it. Don't see any right now. So this is my pink Emplacia, that Emplacium that I got from Nat's Orchids. And then because I wanted to see the orange variety, this is an orange Emplacia. It's just starting to open, that I got last year from H&R Nurseries. So here are the 2 colors side by side, but not too close, because I don't think there's any aphids on this one. And if there is on the other one, I don't want to have it catch it. This is Stylus Pinky, New Star, that I got from Diamond Orchids as a near blooming side seedling. It's a little dry, but I like the pink spots on the white. And sitting next to it is the Dendrobium Nano Chip by a Baron that I got from High Desert Orchids a few weeks ago. It came in bloom. They asked for more purple. It's so cute, still going. And then above it is, showed this earlier, which is my Dendrobium Fimbriatum var oculatum. So this normally blooms in the fall in October, and I don't know why, but I have 1 flower on my SLC Marie Nohava Hollywood Abundance that I got from Hauserman's many years ago. But yes, it's blooming out of season, because normally this blooms at October. So this right here is Dendrobium Little Norman, which is Little Atro by Norman Bayence. I got it from H&R Nurseries, and it is not doing very well. So I have a problem with these. I don't know if I'm growing them too cold. This was by the window, and I forgot it was over there. And that's why all this stuff sort of rotted out, or not wet enough. But I gotta figure out what I'm doing wrong with these Latoria type Dendrobiums. Of course, this Richard Mueller cross, which is Richard Mueller by Adenocarpa, is still in bloom. It had more flowers, but I sprayed it with the flowers with the 1 tablespoon of the Dr. Bonners, and they fell off. So just 3 left right now. This golden peacock, of course, is still in bloom. And Pinto, are you coming over to be a pest? Because I'm looking at this and I'm near the floor. Yes, don't eat it. Don't eat the golden peacock. So here are the flowers on this. This is one of the free plants that I got. And of course, since it was a Richard Mueller cross, I kept the golden peacock. This is Columnia Dirac Flyer Cute Rim. I don't know if this has bloomed before, and not all the flowers are making it. This, if you can't tell, got sprayed with the 1 tablespoon, and the flowers did not like it. And then over here is my Rinka Stylus Gigantea. It's still blooming since the last update. So since my last update, my Seidenfidenia mitrata is still spiking. And this year it looks like the tips of the spikes are gonna make it. Unlike last year where they died for whatever reason. And then down below it also spiking, and I'll probably forget to take a video once it actually blooms because the blooms are short, is my Dendrobium Wazellii. So here's the spike on it, and I actually have 2 pieces of this. So here's the spike on the other one. And I used to grow them in moss and they didn't do too well. I grew them in semi-hydro and they didn't do well, and I ended up finally mounting them. I got these pieces from H&R Nurseries. I was out in Hawaii for a meeting and I went to visit the nursery, and this was covering an entire table, and I asked Terry for a piece, and he basically just went over and he took a machete and he just hacked off a section and he handed it to me and he said, this will be $20. So that ended up being multiple pieces, and I still have 2 of them, and the other ones I believe I sold at the member table for the iOS. So I asked Bill Rogerson why the Iguanagar that I got from him are not blooming, and he asked me how they're growing, and I told him they're growing and they're putting out big fat roots, and they have new growths like here, but I didn't get blooms. And he said they might still bloom, but see, here's a new growth right here, and you can see that, and if you look really closely you can see that the spike is aborted on that end. So I don't know why my spikes are aborting on my Iguanagar. So I went, or I didn't go, but online I purchased 2 Pleone hybrid bulbs from the Michigan Bulb Company, and it's called Pleone Tongariro. I don't know, I can't say it correctly. This one bloomed already, and this one just opened, and I planted them in the same pot because they're the same thing, and we'll have to see if I can keep them alive until next year. Last but not least, I still have some blooming orchids in my bedroom, and I tried to move the big blooming plants that did not have aphids out of the room when I discovered a whole bunch of them in my Oncidium area. And I do not think that my Oncidium spaculatum has aphids, and I set my sharper-eyed daughter to looking for them and she didn't find anything. So it's here so I can enjoy the flowers, and hopefully it will not infest everything else in this room. So that's it for my blooming orchids. My nobly type Dendrobiums are still blooming, like this one right here. This is one of the very last ones still in bloom, and this is Love Memory Fizz. So that's it for my blooming orchid update.